Alright, so today on the Wonderful Life of Gaming Destruction, we will be taking a look at Explorers of Ixalan, and we'll also be opening up a pack of Ixalan in a separate video. Big major packs of Ixalan. Now this pack has been out for a while, but I wanted to take a look at it because I got it just recently to see whether the Explorers of Ixalan is a decent game for 64. It might not be. We'll see. We'll also, in a separate video, though, I'd like to put this in a separate video of Magic. And so I'm looking for a lot of dinosaurs, so hoping that we get some good rare dinosaurs in here. If I get nothing that's worth the apparent risk, what I'm going to be doing is at the end of the video, not at the end of the video, at the end of that video, we will put in the listing of cards and how much it's worth in annotation mode, in annotations. So, or you can also, if you can't see the annotations, it'll also be in the link in the description. But I'm not going to tell you the price of those cards. You'll have to figure them out for yourself in that sense. So let's open up the Explorers of Ixalan. What you will get, it says it's a 2 to 4 players. The Gold City awaits. Play as one of 4 rival tribes: vampires, pirates, merfolk, or dinosaur riders. Explore the tile-based map, undiscovered bonuses that will swing the tide of the battle in your favor. Discover the lost city of Orazca, before Orazca, whatever, to gain unimaginable power. Defend the city against your rivals and claim domination over Ixlan. It contains 4 60-card decks, 50 map tiles, 20 double-sided tokens, 36 +1/+1 counters, 4 scout markers, 4 deck boxes, rules insert. So that's what it comes with. Let's see if it is worth it. We'll take a look at the decks. We'll take a look at all the gameplay. Now, I will take a look at the gameplay at a later state. When I have at least a couple people to play with this week. Thursday night I will definitely be playing. So let's okay. Now, let's say open up. Now I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can actually see the box and stuff, and show you inside. Show you guys inside of the box. Okay. Okay. This is an unboxing video. So here's our decks. Here's our decks. Here's our contains of what's in the box. Got our cards and we got our deck boxes. So let's open up our we'll open up that in a minute. Let's take a look at these decks. Okay? This is our vampires. Okay? I don't know if these are there's our I can't tell what set that is from. There's our dinosaurs. There's our tokens. And there's our merfolk. So this is, it did say, on the box, hold on, it did say on the box what that deck was. That deck, well, wrong, well, okay, no, I know it's, Vampires, that's pirates, merfolk, or dinosaur riders. So we got merfolk. So let's take a look at the initial set of Magic. Now, if you have not played Magic before, I know some of you probably haven't. Um, Go look up some gameplay videos, on how to play. If you would like to learn how to play, and you don't want to collect cards, go and download Magic Online or Magic Duels. They're free to play games. They'll teach you how to play through the campaign. In that sense. But if you do know how to play, then great. Okay? So let's take a look at this pirate deck and see if this deck is worth it. Well, if you guys want to take a look, I will have a link. I'll have a link down in the description of this deck, and to see how well it is, in that sense. But I wanted to see what we had in here, what color this deck is. It looks like it's a white, red, blue, black. This is a red, blue, black deck. Yeah. So this is a red, blue, black. Red, blue, black, yeah. So yes, this is a red, blue, black, which isn't too bad. Vow of Lightning. Do we got any rare? Creature, restore target non-black creature. Caught with venom. Okay, and there's nothing that seems too interesting. The only rares that are in here, are out of automation, the one that's card showed there. As an adaptive automation enters the battlefield, choose a creature type out of its chosen type. In addition to its other types, other creatures you get control of the chosen creature is +1/+1. So that's not too bad. Then we got Algarth's Murderers. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player. The Siren Pirate, Dreamcaller Siren. Dreamcaller Siren can block only creatures with flying, so it can't block anything else. When Dreamcaller Siren enters the battlefield, if you control another pirate, tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. It is flash, so that's not too bad. For each opponent, gain control of target permanent that player controls. So basically, this allows me to control one of every thing. For each opponent, Mass Mutiny. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature that player controls till end of turn. Untap those creatures. They gain haste until end of turn. So that's not bad. So that's until end of turn. The other ones gain control of target opponent that player controls completely. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. Shared anonymity is pretty decent. So this is this looks like it might be a decent deck. I'm not gonna say 100% for sure. You guys can look at the whole entire deck in its entirety down in the description. I will be putting that in there on a deck builder base. Let's look at the dinosaur. Now, I might take these deck apart, but I'm not going to because all these are going to stay within their natural deck. These are going to be pre-done decks that will be played with Explorers of Ixalan. Okay. I'm just looking at this is a red-green. This is a red-green-white deck. And I'm starting to see white creatures in here, so yeah. So this is a red, white, green deck. The Burning Sunning Avatar. When Burning Sunning Avatar enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage up to 1 target creature. Regisaur Alpha. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. When Regisaur Alpha enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 green dinosaur creatures with trample. So that's basically not too bad for rare. To let you guys see that, there's that one, and then there's that one. If you guys don't see them quite right, I should have them in the description. They won't be there right away. If you don't see them right away on the video, because I'm going to upload this right away, and then go create those and get those decks made, so you guys can kind of see this a little earlier, but in that sense. So, Aggravated Assault, untap all creatures you control. After 3 haste, 3 mana phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Activate this ability only anytime you cast a sorcery. That's not bad. It's 3 for 2, and you pay 2/1. Pay 1 red and 2 generic, and then 2 red and 3 to basically, yeah. Okay. Dinosaur Radius is 2 red, 5 generic. As this cost to cast Disaster Rage, reveal a creature card from your hand. That's not bad. Having to reveal a creature card. Reveal a weak creature in your hand would be pretty well decent. Disaster Radius deals X damage to each creature your opponents control, where X is the revealed card's converted mana cost. Okay, you might want to reveal a hard costing card in there if you can. Hunter's Prowess. Until end of turn, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to player, draw that many cards. That many cards is not bad. And then our final rare, Quicksilver Amulet. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Pay 4. You may put a creature card. That's any card. It's any creature card for 4. So it could be like 10. That could be like, you can have like a cost creature of 10, and you can play. That's not bad. But for what's in this deck, so yeah. So this deck looks pretty interesting. The dinosaur, this deck. The decks might not be very well thought out, but these are pre-made decks. So if you want to get this box, you can get them just to get the cards, or you're getting 4 pre-made decks and games. So if you talk about going through and saying, okay, let's look at how much all the rares cost at all of this, because I'll be doing that at the end of this video. Putting in how much are these cards costing, how much, and then for those little extra things, does the cards alone make it half the price of the box? I paid about $65 for this. $65 for this whole set. So, this next one is Merfolk. There's a new. So this is something that I'm not going to pull out a lot of stuff from. I'm going to tear these decks apart and look at them. That's the whole point. I'm going to keep these decks the same. I'm not going to change them. If you did get different cards based on what's inside there, if not, let me know. Let me know if you've gotten all these cards that are rares in there. Or any of these cards for that matter. This is hard taking it apart. This one. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this one's Merfolk. This one's blue-green. Blue-green, I guess. Merfolk is blue-green. So let's take a look at what we have for rares. Okay. Merfolk Sovereign. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. Target Merfolk creature can't be blocked this turn. Soul of the Harvest. Trample. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may return a card. It's a 6/6, paying for 2 cost 4. It's 2 green and then 4 generic. That's not bad. And it has Trample. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. This Soul of the Harvest isn't too bad. This guy could be a lot better, but it is 3 costs, I guess. Target Merfolk creature can't be blocked this turn. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. Not bad. Walker of the Wilds. Put X +1/+1 counters on target land you control. That land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. But it puts... So that's not bad. And it is 2 green and 2 colors. And then put whatever XX in there. Aether Gale, I think I've had this card before, so it's not going to be relatively inexpensive. Return 6 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. 2 blue and 3 colorless. Well, yeah, whatever. Generic mana. And this Loyalty of Threads is 2 blue, 1 cost enchant creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. You control enchanted creature. Target player takes next turn after this one. Time Warp. Air Elemental. Nothing. That's pretty much all our rares in here. But this looks like it's a blue-green. So that's not terrible. And Vampires, I believe, are just going to be a plain old black. So let's take a look at this. Because I was looking at it and say this was still here. So let's take a look. This is black-white. Okay, so these are all dealt with monochromatic colors. These are all dealt with 2 or 3 colored decks. These aren't just a single color deck. So, Bolt Grazed Paladin is 2 cost, 1 black, 1 generic. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, it comes with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. This creature is Nicobolus Regent. It's 3 black, 3 generic. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on 6/5 and has flying. Beacon of Immortality. Double target player's life total. Double target player's life total. Shuffle Beacon of Immortality into its owner's library. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. And it is 5/1, so that's not bad. Day of Judgment is 2 white, 2 generic, destroy all creatures. It's a sorcery though. 2 white, 1 colorless. Enchant creature has indestructible. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may attach Shielded by Faith to that creature. That's not bad. Vanquish Banner. As Vanquish Banner enters the battlefield, choose a target creature. Creatures you control of that chosen type get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a creature spell or of that chosen type, draw a card. And that's pretty much about it for those cards. So this is not bad. Not bad. So the decks don't look like they're terrible, but they could be better. Could be better. I'll definitely give you a verdict at the end of the thing. I'll put an annotation. If you're on your phone, it'll be in the description, so you guys can double check that. But make sure that you do show more, because I'm gonna have a lot of other links down there and stuff. To where you can get this game. Stuff like that. Okay. So now let's see what else we get within the boxes themselves. Within the box themselves. Now, as you know, that we get the this is not too bad. Let's take a look and gander and see what we get. Okay. Now, I'm going to definitely like having different styles of playing Magic. You know, they have Commander. Hold on. They have Commander. They have Plane Chase and Two-Headed Giant and a couple other. And a couple other stuff. So let's take a look at a gander. Now, Heralds, Sun Empire, which is their Legion of Dusks, and Merzen Coalition. Now, when I do play with people, I'm gonna say pick a pre-made deck. We're gonna play, but random. Yeah, random. So this is not bad for a 2 to 4. Okay. So we got our rules here. We've got our cannon. We got our tokens. Not our tokens, our whatchamacallit. Our islands. As you can see, there's +1/+1s. These are interesting. We got more of these. We'll take a look at them here in a minute. I'm just putting these all in, putting these all away, just to show you kind of what there is. There's a lot of threes, a lot of ones actually, and threes. In that sense, I will pull these out here, in a minute, because we want to, let's put in our decks here. Okay. So this is our River Heralds. I believe the River Heralds. These are our dinosaurs, so this is the Sun Heralds, are dinosaurs. What are those? I think these are our dinosaurs, right? Oh, those are pirates. This is our dinosaurs. Right? Yep. So this is our dinosaurs. Okay. Sun Empire. Okay. This looks like Legions of Dusk. This looks like Black, our vampires, but I'm not. Yeah, this is our pirates. So this is our pirates deck. So that must be Merfolk. Merfolk then. So this is our pirates. That's our Merfolk, and this has got to be our. Yeah, this is our vampires. So. Now, if any of you are interested, completely in, the plane chase, and you don't want to really go spend packs, you can also try and, buy, Magic the Gathering's Planeswalker, a 2013 edition, I believe. Whoops. Okay. So we need to find our pirates here and put them in their respective deck here. So each deck has their own Come on. Okay, then. Oh well. I'm not too worried about. Okay, and then we put our. Okay. So now we got all our decks set up in their respective spots. Now let's take a look at where did the rulebook go? Oh, where did I put it? Here we go. Okay. So what I will do is here's what's all in the decks. If you'd like to pause it, feel free. But it looks pretty interesting. Legion of the Dusk has 21 creatures, 13 other spells, and 26 lands. They all have 6 sets of lands. Raising Coalition has 21 creatures, 13 other spells. River Herald has 20 and 14. And then Sun Empire has 20 and 14. Okay, now let's take a look at getting ready or setting up. The first time you play, for your first game, pop out the cardboard map tiles, scout markers, and +1/+1 counters. Discard any extra material. Okay, so that's what it'll do here, but choose a tribe. Each player gets to choose one of the 4 tribes: vampires, pirates, merfolk, or dinosaur riders. Grab the 60-card deck and scout marker that corresponds to your tribe. You also need a way to track your life total. Any way that you can track your life total is great. Better to have, if you already a seasoned player, a 20-sided dice will work. Everything starts with 20 life points. Then set aside tokens and 1/1+ counts for now. Each deck has ways to use them during the game. Now Now let's take a look at, now let's punch out all that and we're going to discard all the additional stuff. Okay? So what we're going to do is okay, those are our, set aside those. I'm just showing you what the board looks like, kind of thing. So I'm just setting all tokens and stuff. Set aside. Now this is a full game of decks. Now I highly recommend that you keep the decks together. Do not remove them. You check the decks to make sure that everything is there, because if not, okay, we're gonna set everything aside except for these tokens here. Okay, in the sense. So we discard this. Okay, let's do our next set. More tokens. I like it that they give you these +1/+1 tokens. I wish that they would come in. Right now, I wish they'd come in for those who haven't played the game. They should have at least gave away, or somewhere where you can actually learn how to play the game. I highly recommend that if you don't want to play Magic to get into it or start collecting it, I'd highly recommend you do not collect Magic, because as you can see, I spent like thousands of dollars. I spent like over $1,000 on Magic alone, and I have a small collection. So it does pay off to not do it. If you feel like that you're going to get into it, if you know what Magic is and you've heard about it, you want to play it, but you don't want to feel like that you're going to get into it, don't, because it's just going to hurt you in the longer run. I was going to hang out with them, and then I was like, nah. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself, but, taking... Okay. So, got one more set. For all of you who are wanting to see what Magic Duels is all about, I'm actually going to start this weekend a Magic Duels on Twitch. I will do a lot of things on YouTube, but I will live stream on Twitch. I will record on YouTube. Okay? In that sense. Or I might do a thing where I might broadcast on Twitch and check my Twitch chat, but I will have it on YouTube as well. But there will be no comment. There will be no chat there at all. Okay. Not too terrible. Okay. So now we got all this set up. Now, we do need to set the board needs to look like this picture here. Here, let's bring that in closer. It needs to look basically like this. Where 1s are on the outer, 3s, and then 6s in the middle. Okay, building the map. Map tiles affect the gameplay in existing ways. Follow the steps to build the map. 1. Find the 6 custom tiles named Ozark the Golden City and set it aside. Okay, find the 6-cost map tile named Ozark the Golden City and set it aside. So, set it aside. So now, it's Ozark the City. I'm going to try, one cost, one cost, one cost, one cost. So let's see. It's a 3 cost, 1 cost. Rise, depths, no. 1 cost, 3 cost, 1 cost, 1 cost. It's going to be more towards the bottom here because that's the way that I punched them out. So it says Ozark the Golden City. Okay. So now I'm just going to put these where they belong in their respective sided colors. Because if I don't want to, I want to sort them out by number. Because that's just my nature to do things like that. There's only 4 times, only when I need stuff, but in this game, you need them all right away, so, you know, if you guys are interested in any other sort of related board games, I have a few sitting over here. I have Betrayal, plus the expansion, CSI Miami. I have not touched this, so I've not touched CSI Miami, so I wouldn't know. But I do know. Okay. So now, in my 6 tiles. Okay. So now, after we found that, okay, step 2 says, separate the other map tiles into 3 piles. 1 cost, 3 cost, and 6 cost. Already did that. Shuffle each pile face down. Without turning over the tiles, choose 16 1 cost, 10 3, and 3 6 cost tiles. Set the rest aside. You won't be using them this time. Shuffle Ozark the Golden City into the 6 pile of 6 cost tiles. So, we need, now, just for the sake of showing you, I didn't really look at these, but we'll shuffle them anyway. Anyway, let's just lay them out here. Shuffle them. And then we need, how many of these tiles do we need? Shuffle the Ozark Golden into, okay, it's at 16 1 cost. So, 16 1 cost tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Okay. How many were 6 sided? Because 10, 3, but I wanted 6. 3 cost 6 tiles. So I'm just going to do them right off the top. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, there are 3 more additional 6 cost tiles. which we won't be using. And then it says 10 cost, I believe. Set 10 cost. I wanted to make sure. So then we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we're gonna put our 3, 6, and our 1s. Okay. Now let's put the rest of those in there. We're gonna take out the decks. We're not playing a game, so we're gonna put the decks inside here. Okay, so now we got our. Now, looking at this, we don't want to build the outer rim yet. Outer rim. Okay. So now we're not quite done yet. Then we gotta shuffle the Ozark, the Golems. Okay. Alright. Now, arrange the tiles in the center of the table as shown in the diagram. So we're going to do the 4. Okay. So you guys can kind of see the map. I will show you guys the map in a more extensive. And then we place these. The 3s go behind. Okay. 3s will go like how I'm setting them up. Basically, they're just going. Now, I might not have grabbed all the ones that I might need. So, if you didn't do that, just grab one. Make sure you don't look at it or any stuff. But it should be 4 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 3s. But 1 6 must be the Ozark of the trail. Okay. Then we need our 14 tiles from in behind. Okay. So let's do that. Now, I'm just showing you guys what the board will look like. Once I get this done here. I'm just putting it down here somehow. Some way. I don't care if they're all in the same spot. You should be able to read. If you can't read, then this is a game not for you. That's why at the young age, that's why Candyland is such a easy game to play as a young kid. Yes, I did play that as a young kid, but I don't play it as anymore. Okay. So now we've got this out. Now it also says once we get that done, now let's start by playing the game. Now, playing the game, it's a free-for-all, so basically, you're not teaming up against anybody. It's politics, you know. Explories of ixalan is a free-for-all Magic game. If all players are familiar with Magic, choose a starting player at random. Okay. Otherwise, the most seasoned adventurer should go first. Each player starts with 20 life. Now, if you haven't played this, I highly recommend, if you play Magic at all, I highly recommend you check Magic Duels out. It'll teach you as much as you need to know, in that sense, but also try, Magic Arena 2 when it ever comes out. It's free too, so, yeah. So, now, if you're playing a two-player game, starting player skips his or her first draw step, and each player may take a mulligan for 6 cards, as in a regular game of Magic. So, each player may take a mulligan to 6 cards. Now, when you do mulligan, in a normal game of Magic, you know you're supposed to have 7 cards. Now, you can mulligan down to 6, but in my way of playing, if you're playing with me, all land, no land, or one land. All land, no land, or one land. All land, no land, and one land. You will actually get a free mulligan. After that, then you start dropping down. 3 or 4 player games, starting player draws a card on his or her first turn, and each player first mulligans draw a new opening hand of 7 cards rather than 6. Subsequent mulligans reduce your opening hand by 1 card as normal. You can attack multiple opponents in the same combat anytime a card refers to an opponent. It means any of the other players, even if you've made a temporary pact with them. So, you may have made a temporary pact with them, but, okay. Discovering the map. Now, this is different. In the normal game of Magic, you don't discover, tiles. This is the new part of Magic, to me. Map tiles bring the game into different locations across ixalan. You can discover 1 tile on each of your turns, but only at a time when you could cast a sorcery. Discovering a tile reveals its bonus. Some bonuses are one-time effects, while others last for the entire game. The inner jungle of ixalan conceals many powerful secrets, but you can jump ahead to the most expensive tile at the center of the map. A map tile can't be explored if it's connected to another map tile with a lower cost. See diagram below. So, like, if you have a you cannot discover a 6 tile, like, right now, well, I'll show you an example here, in a minute. To discover a tile, pay its cost 1, 3, or 6 mana. Turn the tile face up and see what happens. Okay? There are 3 kinds of tiles. There's event tiles that, deal 2 damage to each opponent. Event tiles have an immediate effect and are removed from play after they resolve while their effects. Quest tiles reward you when certain in-game conditions are met. When you discover a quest, place it face up in front of you. Once a quest is completed, the quest is removed. Sites allow you to stay with you for the rest of the game. If the player leaves the game, all quests and site tiles in front of the player are removed from play. If any of the player's tiles effects are when you resolve, they cease to exist and have no effect. So scouting ahead, each player has 1 scout marker. If you discover a tile on your turn, you may then place your scout marker on a 3 cost or 6 cost tile that becomes available as a result. So, for example, if I were to see this 3 here, I would have to remove all 3 of these 1 cost tiles to get access to this. So this 1 costs, like, these quest tiles. The next creature that enters the battlefield under your control enters with a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains haste until end of turn. That's okay. Then, too much to carry. You create 2 treasure tokens, and an opponent of your choice creates 1 treasure token. Okay, so that ends immediately. Then you got another quest. The next time you would draw a card instead, look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put 1. Simply draw a card, look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put 1 into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. Study the 9 rivers. That's not bad. And then you would reveal this. Okay? Blessing the Shapers. Your next creature enters the battlefield with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it. That's not bad. Okay? But as you can see, I removed that 3, but can I get to this 6 here? No. Because there's 2 other 3s attaching to it. And in order to get rid of it, I can take these 2 ones off, and I can take these off to reveal that. But, you know, so that's kind of in that sense of things. So that's kind of how, oops. So yeah, so that's kind of how the game will run indefinitely. If you want, I'm going to show you guys a look at the map from a upper view, so give me a second here. Aerial view, so you guys can kind of see what the map looks like. Okay, so there's what the map looks like. And then you get your tokens. Now, that's kind of basically what Magic Explorers of Ixalan are. So if you guys need to see the deck again, need to see what's in the card decks, here it is. You can pause it anytime during the video. It does allow you to look at these cards. If you need a better in-depth detail, this is what you're going to get. I'm not going to give you any deck-related boxes or anything. You might look and see how much the cards are worth, and see if it's worth the risk. Other than that, that's pretty much about it. To me, Rivals of Ixalan, or Explorers of Ixalan, I should say, not Rivals of Ixalan, because that's the next set that's coming out. And that's kind of what I'm going to go for, is get another Rivals of Ixalan box, and maybe a little pack from it. And we'll do an unboxing on that. I won't unbox the little package, the thing, because I don't want to go in and spend too much time. I know this is probably a long, grueling 1-hour look at this video of unboxing and looking at the game and seeing if it looks interesting to you. It looked interesting to me. I did look at it, and someone said it wasn't worth the $64. It might have been worth $30, but you know, you gotta realize that sometimes you need to make a profit, for one, and for two, they might also need to look at how much it took the time to make these little individual cardboard tiles, and how they have to make the cards too. So you got to realize that. We did not take a look at the tokens, but we don't really need to go through that a lot. So, but if you were looking at treasure, it's just basically sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. That's pretty much about it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.